Hello students, today we will solve question number 14 and 15 from the exercise of chapter 9. Question number 14. Here, a bullet of mass 10 gram travels horizontally with a initial velocity of 150 meter per second and strikes the wooden block and comes to rest. So the final velocity is 0 and the time taken is 0.03 seconds. So here we are supposed to calculate the distance and also the magnitude of force exerted by the wooden block. Now we have initial velocity, final velocity and time. So we can use the first equation of motion. So v is equal to u plus at. Now v is 0 and u is 150 plus a into time is 0.03 seconds. On rearranging the sides, we get a into 0.03 is equal to minus 150. Now a is equal to minus 150 by 0.03. So in order to remove this decimal, we shall multiply with 100. So we can cancel 3 and 150 by 50 times. So the acceleration is 50 into 100 is minus 5,000 meter per second square. So this is the acceleration. Now negative sign indicates that the velocity of the bullet is decreasing. Now we have to calculate the distance traveled. So now we have initial velocity, final velocity and acceleration. So we can use the third equation of motion. So v square is equal to u square plus 2as. V square is 0 equal to u is 150 square plus 2 into a is minus 5,000 into s. If you multiply these two, you will get 10,000. S is equal to 150 square is equal to 22500. In the next step, we get S equal to 22500 by 10,000. So you cancel two zeros and you will get 2.25 meters. So the distance covered by this bullet is 2.25 meter. Now we have to calculate the force. So force is equal to mass into acceleration. So mass is 10 gram. Convert it into kg. So divide by 1000 into acceleration is minus 5,000. So you can cancel the zeros and you are left with minus 50 Newton. So this is the force exerted. Now question number 15. Here an object of mass 1 kg travels horizontally in 10 meter per second and strikes the wooden block having mass 5 kg and after some time strikes the wooden block. After striking it on the wooden block, again they move together in this direction. So here we have to calculate the total momentum before the impact and just after the impact, and also the velocity of the combined object as they move forward. So mass of the object m1 is equal to 1 kg and velocity of the object before the collision v1 is equal to 10 meter per second. Now mass of the wooden block m2 is equal to 5 kg and velocity of the wooden block v2 is equal to 0 meter per second since it comes to rest. Therefore the total momentum before the collision is equal to m1 into v1 plus m2 into v2. So m1 is 1 into v1 is 10 plus m2 is 5 and velocity v2 is 0. So if you multiply this, you will get 10 and 5 into 0 is 0. We have 10 kg meter per second. This is the momentum before the collision. So after the collision, the object and the wooden block stick together. So the total mass of the combined system is m1 plus m2 and velocity of the combined system be v. So according to the law of conservation of momentum, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after the collision. So m1 into v1 plus m2 into v2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. So m1 is 1 into v1 is 10 plus m2 is 5 into v2 is 0. So m1 plus m2 is 1 plus 5 into v. So here we get 10 is equal to 5 plus 1 is 6 v. So we get 10 by 6. On dividing, you get 1.67 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the combined object.